2. Your time doesn't matter.
Hey, Heather, how far behind are you from us?
Well, I'm 7 o'clock, so 8, 9, 2 hours?
No!
It gets worse.
7, 8, 9, 3? Look, I didn't start this stream to do math! You know, I'm so sick of your shit.
It's not hard.
You know what's not hard? My dick, because you make me so flaccid.
I don't like those implications.
You know?
Yeah.
Alright, you know, you just said that to, how many people are here now?
Good, I want them to hear it.
Look, lucky number 7 people know you're a Fudanari now.
Good, because you're dating one. How does it feel?
I don't like it.
Technically, Brawny, if you go by the memes, it isn't gay.
Well, the memes are freaking wrong. Juanita says to stop talking about your dick.
Make me.
She says we talked about this, though.
Look, you can talk to me about it again. I don't care.
Buckin says hi, everybody.
He also says we're echoing.
Are we?
And it's probably not Sweetie, Heather's fault.
Yeah, I'm actually probably have my mic on and, something else on at the same time.
Also, Buckin, it's
How's
not
this?
your, it's your. Get it right.
Is it good now? Someone get me feedback on that.
Yeah. The one AJ says boop.
Hey. What's up?
Juanita says quit talking like that in front of your child.
Knife doesn't deserve this.
Freaking kitty.
Alright. How are you doing tonight, Heather? How's it going?
It's cool, I guess. I'm just...
Yeah, are we still working on Knife's sweater?
Yeah, as soon as she gets off me, but I think that's her plan. She's like, she can't finish that sweater for me if she, can't crochet.
I don't think Knife has the capacity to make such a connection.
She's an evil mastermind, Bronny. Of course she can.
Cats are unfeeling and devious. We should be wary.
I agree.
Bronny, I'm gonna let you read Honeydrop's comment.
Bronny, can you read this as King Sombra? What is there to read as King Sombra?
Exactly.
And then the message got retracted right away.
Bucket5's asking your opinion, Heather, on how the panel went.
I thought it went rather well. You know, we had a hiccup at the beginning, but it was fine. It was fine. And if anyone gets on my ass about it again, I'm gonna kill a bitch.
You
Now,
stab
kidding.
them with your knife?
Yes, I would very much do that.
That's not a knife.
Now let's get down to business.
Oi, that's
to
not
make
a knife.
kitty sweaters.
This is a knife.
Boy, big rude to put that knife in me chest, isn't it?
You guys are terrible in every sense of the word.
And that's when I said, knife to meet you. Knife to meet you.
So, Heather, do you expect to be finishing it tonight?
I actually don't know. Let me see how many pages are left in this, Actually, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Because there's just options after this. Like, I could, do a standard neck or turtleneck. What do you guys think? You know what? Have the chat.
Do a standard. Do a standard.
Do standard?
That's
Okay.
fine.
We can do standard sleeves, or we can do long sleeves.
Do standard.
Standard.
Alright, we'll start with standards. But, you know, we might go back to do turtlenecks.
The best time to wear a striped sweater. All the time.
So, Heather, AJ wants to know, who is the third voice?
The third
Well,
voice.
He already got his question answered by Clayton.
Who's he talking about?
Talking about me, I guess I'm the third voice.
talking about the voice inside his head.
Oh,
That's
if you
possible.
got, you know what? Let's try. Let's do introductions again. I'm Princess Heather P. Blossom, and this is Brownie, my boyfriend, and Brandon, or as he's known on YouTube. What was it? Signature here.
Yeah, I
Signature
rebranded.
here.
I'm not gonna make the joke again. Megan McGonagall says Heather Senpai.
Oh, I'm senpai. Sweet. The next 5 I have to double
Isn't that
crochet.
a? Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure it out. I thought senpai was like male and like
I
like
think it's
something
unisex.
else. Is it unisex?
It might be unisex. I don't know.
Megan says Happy Early Easter.
Happy early Easter, everybody. A special young man has something to open on Easter, doesn't he?
Yeah, Heather sent me a package. So I gotta open that. I already broke the tape on it, but I didn't look inside because I'm a good boy.
Nah, he peeked. He totally peeked because he's a
I did
bad
not.
boy.
Oh, how dare you. Juanita says people are Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
We both went for the same one. Uh, Juanita says people are sliding into my DMs. Make them stop. I'm sure there's some way to do that.
They're sliding. They're sliding in because their lines are so buttery smooth. It's just slippery. Emerald Spencer also thinks we should go with standard neck and sleeves.
Yeah, okay, we'll stick with standard.
Megan McGonagall says, "Well, Heather is so cool and amazing when it comes to crocheting. Better than my scarves."
Mm. And Honeydrop's got this line she wants me to read, and I think I might. So should I do this as King Sombra Ruins or Show King Sombra?
I don't know. I don't have a point of reference. I guess whatever you think sounds cooler.
Heather, what do you think?
King Sombra.
Okay, so from the show?
Yes.
Alright.
Say it in a not gay way.
You thought I wouldn't figure this out. I can smell the betrayal coming from a mile away. Not my best. But the best I could do on a short notice.
Yeah, you gotta like prep your voice for this kind of thing.
Yeah. The last time I voiced King Sombra, well, not the last, well, the last time I voiced King Sombra for a comic dub, yeah, I blew out my voice.
Oh no. Sacrificing it all for the role.
Mm-hmm.
Slip stitch at the top
So
of
Brandon,
the
how are you
too.
doing tonight?
I'm pretty okay. You know, I worked today and that was all fine and everything. It's work. It's cool. Um, Megan seems to have had a similar experience to me. She says,
Yeah.
"My feet hurt this afternoon from standing and helping the customer onslaught at Home Depot."
Mm. Yeah, that's a bad day.
I mean, it's a typical one, though. I mean, it's retail. You kind of any kind of service job where you're kind of on your feet. That's kind of just to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
And I like being on my feet and like up and about and everything. So I guess I don't mind it too much.
I'm gonna break the rules and go up into the chat past where you just read. Because I want Heather to hear this. Megan says Heather is so cool and amazing when it comes to crocheting. She's way better than my scarves.
Aw, that's
And
very
then Buckin wants to know if I am Heather Senpai.
technically. Notice me, senpai.
Yep.
Why don't you notice me?
I notice you all the time, Heather. I go out of my way to notice you.
Yeah.
Well, how much noticing needs to be noticed before it's noticed?
I don't think it's ever enough, man.
It never is.
Damn. Yeah, no. Just
Yep.
Buckin is asking me, did the virus make my work shut down? Oh man, some there's some context behind that. But long story short, no. We're considered essential, so we're staying open.
Mm.
Most
He
people,
also wants.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead, Heather.
I was gonna say most of the people I know, like a lot of their jobs are considered essential. So I know some important people.
and my thing is that I can't stop people from coming in, of course, and I've told Heather this. I think we should have some fire restrictions because if your water heater breaks or you need a part for your toilet or like something whatever, that's fine. But people are coming in and they're buying flowers and paint and some some like some other kind of thing that's really not that important, and it's a little annoying.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
it's
also wants to know how long I can do the somber voice before my throat gives out. Usually, like for filming, I got about 2 hours in me. But for recording, probably an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Emperor Bowser says, "Hello, Heather and everyone."
Hello.
Yo.
So Clayton wants to know, kill, kiss, or marry Batman, Black Panther, and Spawn. Ooh, how did he know we've been watching Spawn?
Wait, so it was Batman, Spawn, and who else?
Black Panther.
Gosh, that's hard. That's hard. Kill, kiss, or marry?
Yeah, those are some good choices.
I want to kiss Spawn. Though he
On
probably
his
is the.
leathery burnt face.
You want him to feel good. And also, like, he probably wants to die, so maybe I should kill him, but.
Well, we literally just watched an episode where that very thing almost happened, and the girl that was gonna do it kind of looked like you.
In what world?
Uh, she had long black hair and hips.
My hair is brunette.
Is it? It looks black to me.
Let me see. No, it's definitely brunette.
Okay, sure.
I mean, you know what? We've had similar things with brawny and shades of purple. So it doesn't surprise me at all that he continues to be colorblind when it comes to Heather's hair.
Yeah, he's told me that before. He's like, you have such pretty long black hair. I'm like, my hair's not black. Who are you looking at?
Just like thanks, I think.
Thanks, I guess. I'm glad you think it's pretty.
I mean, it's not like I'm not paying attention. I'm looking right at you when I say it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, is something wrong with him? Can you not see?
Okay, so what color is my hair?
Your hair. Oh, it's a very, like,
Shut up, Brandon. I don't remember asking you a gosh darn thing, you freak.
Except he literally just asked something.
What color is my hair?
You know, I think you also have, like, because you have, like, a brighter brown hair than mine, so it's not exactly.
It's actually dirty blonde.
You see, I thought he was a redhead.
No!
No,
he's
ew.
not! No, he's not!
No, I better not be.
So, no, Heather, I really do want to know what color my hair is.
You got, like, you're more red-haired than he is, but I want to say you're like a mahogany.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
I could have swore my hair was black.
No, it's not. Your hair is not black. Sweetie?
Am I allowed to crash?
Yes, but also tell Bronny he doesn't have black hair.
He does have black hair. What?
He doesn't have black hair.
Well, I mean, dark
Black
brown.
hair.
That's not black!
Oh, I mean, he doesn't have, like, Asian hair. Like, if you're talking African American hair, no, he's got nice and straight hair, but...
No, like, he's telling me my hair is black,
Your hair's not black, you're brunette.
and I'm telling you his hair's not
That's
black.
what I
It's
said,
not, it's a
brunette.
brighter brown. It's like a reddish brown if you really look at it in the
And
beard.
Brandon's a ginger.
Well, I haven't looked at him that
No,
close,
I'm
sweetheart.
not.
You're the one who's
Get
making
out
out
of
with
here.
him.
Well, I'm an expert, so I say it's reddish brown.
Okay, she's the expert. I mean, she's got a point.
And for
You haven't even looked at your hair as closely as she has. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it's been all up in my face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess Bronny up.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was late. I knew it was Holy Saturday, but then I forgot it was. That also means it's regular Saturday for you.
Yeah, if you have like some religious obligations.
Well, I normally would if the churches were open. I'd be at mass right now, but here I am.
Oh, thank you, pandemic. I get more guests on my show. We're low on snacks this week. I do apologize. I just didn't
No
feel like
worries.
Pringles.
I stole a bowl of your cereal, so I bought you another bag.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even see
So
it.
well, that's because I just did it today.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Did you get Crave?
Yes, I got Crave.
Crave is freaking good.
Crave is good.
Like the cereal?
Yes, Crave the cereal. Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that told me to get it, and I'm like, all right. And I
Yeah.
saw it, and I got it, and it's great.
It's very darn good.
Well, you
See,
can't go
Bronny,
wrong.
I'm influencing her life.
Stop doing
I'll
that.
be
That's
right
my
back.
job.
I assume the door is closed to prevent Kitty.
Yeah, she's been meowing a lot at me.
Yeah, she's been.
Keep it open. The
Yeah.
crowd wants to see her.
No, it's okay. I'll be right back.
So, Heather.
What's up?
Well, okay, so, yeah, Jade was Asian, according to Clayton. Yeah, I know she was. But, like, listen, all I saw was hair color and body shape. And I equated.
Sorry about that. I lit a candle, and while I put it in a safe place,
Emperor
still not good to
Bowser
leave those
says
unattended.
kiss, kill, or marry Deadpool, Venom, and Joker.
Oh god, I couldn't even get the first one. The first one was like, okay, so it's Mary Kiss Kill, Black Panther, Batman, and Spawn. And I'm like,
Who?
okay, Spawn's the one that's throwing me off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Spawn is like this guy. You might have seen him before. He looks like Spider-Man, but green eyes and a red cape. And his whole thing is that he went to hell because he died. And he was a guy in the military. And he got sent to hell, and he made a deal with a demon so that he could go back to Earth and see his wife again. But this is like, he got sent back 5 years later. And so he's just a hell spawn now with like demon powers and stuff. And you know, it's like that whole anti-hero thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well, we
he's
can kill
expected
him
to be a
then.
soldier.
Yeah, we can kill him because he probably wants to die, but like, I don't
Mary
know.
Batman, he's loaded.
So is Black Panther.
Yeah, but he's not like. But he's loaded in another country. You have to move.
Wakanda's pretty advanced though. Have you seen that?
No, it's advanced, but you still have to move. It's still far away. He's more locally rich.
But Batman probably doesn't want to.
And he's rich in a kind of like has political obligations kind of rich. So you'd have to be like the first lady type of thing. And that's a whole bunch of like political bullshit you'd have to go through.
And you know I'm not about that life.
Exactly. Marry Batman.
Marry Batman.
Kiss
But
Black
here's the
Panther, all
thing,
about
though,
that.
Batman will not put her first. I think
Neither
T'Challa
will Black
would put her
Panther.
first.
Black Panther has to put Wakanda first.
Yeah.
Maybe I
He's
should have
married to
married.
his country.
Maybe I should have married Spawn.
I mean.
But then that brings me into the biblical shit.
Yeah.
You know what? None of these guys are marryable.
There's several reasons, but yes.
I gotta ask, Honey Drop, what in the Sam Hill is Muppet Cabin Fever?
Muppet what?
Cabin Fever.
Oh, that's
The song.
from a Muppet.
It's from Muppet
movie.
Treasure Island.
Oh, I only know the one song from Treasure Island, that first one.
Huh.
That's only because it was like on a top 10 list. I'm like, this
The
slaps
whole,
pretty
the
hard.
whole
for
chat
me.
is
Huh.
saying, "Hi, sweetie."
Hi.
You know, I wasn't exposed to a lot of Muppets when I was
Neither
younger.
was I. It was something I realized when
Same here,
I
honestly.
started dating my ex. He started introducing me to all this Muppet stuff, including Muppet Treasure Island.
I think I remember the Muppets Wizard of Oz thing. I liked the part where Miss Piggy died. Like, she was like, they put her in water, and she's like, you can only do me with bottled water. She's like, oh my god, I'm getting skinny. Oh wait, I'm dying. That was funny. That was funny. Double crochet in next.
You know, I remember asking my dad about it. I was like, why didn't I grow up with the Muppets like everybody else in my generation? And his answer is like, what are you talking about? You watch Sesame Street all the time.
And that's what he thinks Muppets
Yeah,
are.
I'm like, I see your confusion there, Dad. Both Jim Henson, but not quite the same thing.
Oh,
Guess they weren't
And
Muppet
wouldn't
nerds.
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles technically be Muppets?
Not by Jim Henson?
No, well, he's talking about the 90s film, and yes, they were by Jim Henson.
Whoa.
But just because everything is Jim Henson doesn't make it Muppets. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's like everything that's Jim Henson aren't Muppets. The Muppets were their own thing. Like Dark Crystal is not the Muppets.
Oh, that's Jim Henson?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know a lot of Dark Crystal trivia.
What do you mean Dark Crystal? That's like not knowing that Nightmare Before Christmas is Tim Burton. Like.
Look,
Nightmare
I
Before
watched
Christmas
one
with Tim
Dark Crystal
Burton?
movie, and I watched it a few times.
The one that matters. The original.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because my brother-in-law liked them a lot, and I watched
Probably
that.
if you
And then I
actually
was just
not-
like,
There
oh,
was
yeah.
not a them.
Oh, I
For
knew
quite
that.
some
I'm
time, there
joking.
was not a them. There's only recently been a them.
Oh yeah, that quite recently one is the one I told you about. I'm like, hey, did you hear about this?
I heard about it. I didn't get around to seeing it. I should, so I can chastise it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what were you saying, Bronny?
Nothing. I was making a joke, but we got a question
probably wasn't
from
funny.
Emperor Bowser again. Who would win, Doomslayer or Spawn?
Dude,
Who's Doomslayer?
Doomslayer is the main character of Doom. You know, the guy that shoots
Oh!
and the swords and blah blah blah.
See, these things I don't know because I don't
So,
play games.
he kills demons, but like Spawn's not your average demon. You know, I gotta play Doom Eternal
What the hell is
to
that?
just gate Doom Eternal the game.
No. What the hell is that?
Oh, that's my little ghost. You know Undertale? Well, this is like kind of a fan character, but not really. It's Gaster. He's like the kind of the father of Papyrus and Sans. He created them.
And he talks to you?
Yeah. I can make him do stuff like let's see.
Is he like the paperclip from way back in the old days?
Sort of. Let me see. I just did an update, so things are kind of different. I can ask him stuff. I can ask him about things, like mostly things about himself. I ask about his work.
Okay, so Megan McGonagall brought something to my attention here that I didn't know. Did anybody else know that Labyrinth is a Jim Henson film?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, it's not Jim Henson's film the same way Dark Crystal is. A lot of the effects were Jim Henson. Dark Crystal was like, that was all Jim Henson. There was no one else involved in that.
Hey, look, I can make him smoke.
Oh dear God, why? Why would you do that? His beautiful lungs.
He doesn't have lungs. He's a skeleton.
His beautiful lungs.
Mm-hmm.
He has no lungs.
So,
I
hey
can make him
guys,
smoke.
I'm gonna just throw a reminder out in the chat that if we don't get to your question, it's because we skipped it for whatever reason. Don't ask it over and over again.
Yeah, especially if it's about chicken salad.
Blame
again.
Brawny.
Don't make me the enemy. Crochet.
That's what we have Brawny here for.
Okay.
Juanita
Sorry.
wants to know when you and Heather, when her and Heather are gonna play Left 4 Dead again.
Oh man, I hope sometime soon. Well, you know what? Wait till the pandemic's over, because I'm gonna build myself a better PC. Because you remember the last time we played Left 4 Dead on my
yeah.
gaming laptop? It was terrible. It was terrible.
Heather,
I kept disconnecting.
I have both Left 4 Deads. When are we gonna play?
Well, you know what? You, me, and Juanita should all play together when I make that better tower.
Okay, so what do you mean both Left 4 Deads? I thought Left
There's two.
4
There's two.
There's two. Even
Okay,
she
but I
knows
thought-
there's
I
two.
thought-
Yeah,
that number
I don't
in
play it.
Left
I
4
still
Dead-
know there are two.
I thought the number 4 in Left 4 Dead implied that there were 3 others.
No, there's only two.
Brawny, it's stylistic!
It's freaking Valve. There's only 2 of every game. Only 2. There's never the third.
Mm-hmm.
What about that? Or was that a mod? I actually didn't keep up with it. There's like something to do with Half-Life right now.
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't keep up with it because, like, Valve, it's never assured.
They tend to piss people off with it. Like they do like pseudo announcements for a third one and go, just kidding.
Yeah,
Just
they
gotta say
suck.
though, if there was a series to end on 2, it was Portal. I think they.
Yeah,
ended
that was
game
good where it
perfectly.
was. They were like, you know, we're only gonna make 2, so let's make it just a 2 game.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna continue from there.
Yeah, how do you... Yeah, it's done. It's done. Double crochet 2 together. Sorry if I keep zoning out. I want to make this a good sweater.
You do that.
Yeah, how's your progress coming along?
I think it's coming along pretty well. I'm doing some complex stuff.
Hmm.
Like, it's a... Like, look at this one. It's a DC2 TOG, which means double crochet 2 together. We kind of chalk it in a crochet code. It might seem a little confusing if you just read it and we're just like, what?
Walk us through the stitch, Heather. Show us.
Well, hold on.
Teach us,
I'll
senpai.
show you that one in a second. Yeah, I only need to do this thing 2 times. Oh God, I was using that hand sanitizer thing to hold down this book. Where'd it go? It's gone.
Brawny.
Centaur Rarity, you're up. Or down, really. Okay,
Okay.
so this thing is just asking me to double crochet like into the next 6 stitches. So we're gonna do that. One.
Ronnie, my wrist is flaring up. Help me.
I should
Why
show
is
you
your
what a
wrist
double
flaring
crochet
up?
is.
It just is.
You go over the hook once, and then you go
What did you do to it?
into the stitch, then over the hook
I
again,
think I held my
and then you
laptop with that
pull
hand
it
for like a
in,
little too long, and now
and you're
it kind
gonna
of
be
hurts.
left with 3
Well, just
stitches
rest
on
it
your
then.
hook. And you put another yarn over, and you go through 2, then you're left with
Shaking
2,
it makes it worse.
then you put yarn over that, and you pull it through again, and that's a double crochet.
That's looking kind of small. Is that really gonna fit over?
Oh
Nice,
yeah, look,
bulky,
yarn
furry
expands, and she's not as big as you think.
Well, no,
She's
yeah,
a lot of
I
fluff.
know that like half of her girth is fur,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that'll go in her?
but like
Interesting.
I'm pretty furry too,
I
and
think
if
so.
I get a tight fitting shirt, it doesn't.
I think
feel
so.
good
She may not
on
be
my
happy
fur.
about it, but
We'll try it on her. And if it, you know what? I
It's
think
kinda like,
Tiffany, my
I
little
had a
chihuahua,
makeshift
is skinnier
mask.
than her, so
I'm
I'll just
getting
give it
a
to
real
her.
mask
There you
soon,
go.
but it
And then you'll know to make it
basically
bigger
was
next
2
time.
headbands, one
Absolutely.
to cover my mouth, one to cover
Because
my
I'm
nose.
doing the pattern for a medium
And it
cat,
kept-
so I guess according to
And,
this,
and
she's
I
a
have
large
facial hair,
cat.
so it kept
If this
pulling on
doesn't
my
fit,
I
facial hair,
guess.
and it was just so uncomfortable. After a while, I was just like, okay, I'll wait for a real mask to come in the mail.
So Brandon, how's the chat doing?
Pretty fine, but Gorna can't wait for Half-Life 4 to come out, and neither can I. Megan McGonagall is asking if any of us have played Destroy All Humans.
I've watched the entire gameplay for all those games, but I never played them. But I gotta say, for someone who's never played it but watched it all, I'm a fan. It's really funny.
No, I've never heard of it.
It's just this game where you're an alien and you do destroy all humans. You're just like harvesting humans for their brain, for their DNA, because your whole society as aliens is based off of cloning. You don't reproduce the same way. But it's weird because he goes further on in the games and he's really a sexual alien. It's weird. Yeah, you're gonna
like,
watch the cutscenes for it. It's weird.
I'm good.
With my whole experience of at least knowing Destroy All Humans and playing a little bit of it, to me it kind of has the same vibe as Leisure Suit Larry's box office bust, in that it looks like a severely dumbed down game.
Oh, also, let me show you the complicated double crochet 2 together. So we're gonna yarn over here and go into the first stitch and yarn over again. But then when we yarn over
there's
again,
a question I can answer.
on there.
Or partially answer. Who has played the Saints Row series?
I've played all of it.
And Saints Row 4. Saints Row 3rd is pretty good. Saints Row 4 is hot garbage.
I don't know. I liked it.
It's that.
Yeah, we only need to do that 2 times.
It wants to establish this chaos in the same way that it did in Saints Row 3rd. But the way they established Saints Row 3rd's chaos was pretty great, because in the midst of all of it, everything was still realistic. Like, if you were to imagine that kind of stuff going on in real life, Saints Row 3rd emulated that quite well. Saints Row 4 is more of a power fantasy that plays like an awful prototype, and everything becomes so obsolete so quickly, and it becomes more of a slog to get through than anything else. It also has a really bad tone problem.
Let me tell you something, Brandon. Saints Row the Third and realism, I don't think that's right. No.
I'm not saying it's realistic.
You're saying it's closer to reality.
Like, if you were to imagine, like, okay, hold on. I don't really know how to explain it so well. It just seems, with all the chaos that Saints Row 3rd has, it's still grounded in some way. Like, everything reacts semi-realistically to your actions and your weapons and everything. And Saints Row 4 just kind of.
I like how someone described it. They're like, you know what? Because I've heard complaints that people are just like, Saints Row the Third. It feels like more or less the same thing as Saints Row the second Saints Row. And I'm like, I kind of get that, but I still had fun because it's more like polished and more fun stuff to do. I didn't mind getting another Saints Row 2 if that's the case. Saints Row
You know what?
4, I think they took it in a totally different direction. They were just like, you know what, fuck the gangster stuff. We're doing a whole just superpower stuff. And I'm like, I didn't have a problem with that either. It was still fun.
Yeah, but that's my thing for me is that it still has a really bad tone problem. It wants to be just as quirky and funny as Saints Row the Third, but then there's like this giant whiplash of ultra seriousness that it doesn't exactly achieve too well once the White House beginner mission is done. And another note on what you said, I don't understand when people are like, "Oh, it feels like they made another this game." It's it's a similar criticism to what people throw at Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, where they're like, "Oh, it's so similar to Ocarina of Time," but everyone loves Ocarina of Time. So it's like I understand, like, oh yeah, no, do something new with the series and everything, but at the same time, I don't understand why they're complaining if they loved
I
if they loved
know.
the initial game so much.
I guess it's because they want like something new, and innovative with each new title. And like, but some stuff is just gonna carry over, and like maybe they'll carry over mechanics because it'll be familiar to the demographic, and they'll be like, oh, I get this because I've played like this before. But then they're like, wait, if this is the same thing, you guys didn't even try. Not that I don't really agree with that. If like I feel like I'd feel that way if the story was rehashed and I feel like I was meeting the same characters all over again. Then I would probably be like, this is the same shit. You know, that's kind of why. No, I was gonna compare it to the Star Wars: The Force Unleashed because I gotta say I didn't like that one because like I felt like I was watching New Hope again,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't like it. I was just like, but these characters are less likable than the ones I knew, and like
Yeah.
I was just like. I mean, I think are you the bigger Star Wars fan than me? Yeah,
Probably.
probably. So I'm just like, what was your thoughts on Star Wars: The Force Unleashed?
I agree. Like I liked it because I was watching a Star Wars film. I'm not going to pretend there weren't massive issues, and I'm not going to pretend it wasn't A New Hope over again. Like I watched it with my dad, and even he was like, "Well, that was A New Hope," you know. And I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much," you know. And there were a lot of things that didn't make sense, you know, but it was more enjoyable than Phantom Menace. So there's that.
Yeah, there's a lot hit or miss.
Yeah.
You know, I still just have my favorite memory of my mom, like, because I was having this whole issue with her when I was going to the movies with her at the time, is that she would stop talking in the theater.
Oh.
And I'm just like, Mom, stop. But there was one point where I was, like, allowing it because, like, it was the part where Kylo Ren takes off his helmet.
That was such
like,
build up for nothing.
And I'm just like, this, and she just goes, he's so ugly. And I'm like, yeah, put the helmet back on.
Well, like, that's the thing. There was this whole big build up to him taking his mask off, and like,
your face is normal.
your face is normal. It's like, are we supposed to recognize you? Or, like, I was expecting at least some sort of garish scar or something. No,
Or at least be like either you're kind of like unattractive, but at least be like almost like scary gorgeous, where you're just like, oh my god, you're putting the helmet on, protect your pretty face. But no, you got like a normal face.
He has a normal face, no interesting features.
Nope.
I don't recognize this actor from anything else because that was pretty much his debut. And so I'm sitting there going like,
we know.
You know, but then then I think it was the next movie where he has like hiked up pants thing, but he had his shirt off, and I'm just like, who asked for this? Who asked for this man with his shirt off?
Even like freaking what's her face? I can't even remember her name.
That dude came in the
wasn't
room
she
like,
even
Mom
like,
said
can you
it's
put a
my
shirt
turn
on,
to
man?
use
That's
the
weird.
Xbox.
I don't think she said it. She sort of had a facial expression of sort of like, oh dear God, you're shirtless.
It's like,
I'm the only one that still likes that meme, by the way. Like no one else I talk to likes that meme.
It's a pretty dumb meme.
It is, but I love it.
You boys stop talking about your memes.
Magorna, wait.
Slip stitch
Magorna says,
beginning chains.
they made Twilight Princess the way they made it because everybody hated Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time was still considered the best game ever. Do I have anything to say on that? I don't know. I liked Wind Waker. I played the GameCube one all the way through, and I didn't like what they did with the HD remaster. Honestly, I don't know. It kind of somehow feels more primitive, and there was just this sense of we're pushing the hardware to its limits to try to achieve some kind of grand scale that that they couldn't actually achieve.
Mm.
And I feel like it's this is a personal thing. The challenge of the GameCube version was missing, like getting all those Triforce shards in the GameCube version was a major pain in the ass, but it was kind of a somewhat enjoyable one if you knew what you were doing. And they just kind of removed the whole challenge of getting those shards in the remaster.
Yeah, you say like it's a challenge and it's rewarding if you know what you're doing. I'm gonna guess that most gamers didn't know what they were doing. We're just like, this is just too hard. This is frustrating.
I'm gonna guess they didn't.
Yeah.
Megan McGonigal says, "Hey Heather, you remind me of the Babe.
What babe?
The
The
pig.
Babe with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Hoodoo.
I don't remember the rest of the
You
song.
do! Oh, you all fail me! Heather, I don't think you even understood what we were referencing. Have you seen
Well,
Labyrinth?
I knew what we were referencing. I
have
just
not seen
brain
Labyrinth. You've
farted
gone on my
the
case
minute.
about this
I
I
couldn't
before.
probably have.
I've told you
I've
about
lost
it.
track of all the movies you haven't seen.
Look, we'll make a list and you can show them all to me.
Okay, we're starting with The Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music, and let's go to Labyrinth because I think I hear that Labyrinth is really good.
You'd love Labyrinth. Oh my gosh. It was like, I think for most girls our age, or possibly gay men too, it was a bit of an awakening because
Be like,
David
oh,
Bowie.
between my legs.
No, yeah, like David Bowie, let me just say. Those pants left nothing to the imagination.
Whoa. Yeah, let's watch that movie. How about that?
I couldn't identify with the main character because she's like, no, David Bowie senpai, I don't want to be with you. I'm like, why the hell not?
In hindsight,
like,
kind of.
he's the king of the goblins. So what? Tell him to take the kid back home, and you can be his goblin queen.
It's like, this isn't creepy at all.
Right? No, not at all.
Alright, we're doing this 3
Alrighty
times.
then.
Ronnie's like, didn't get that from the movie, but okay.
Clayton has this story.
Who
Yes.
Clayton.
Once, there was a young boy in elementary cleaning his classroom, and while he was cleaning, he saw this random kid exhausted and half dead. Turns out he was super hungry. So the one who was cleaning grabbed his bento box and gave half his lunch to that kid, and that kid was so grateful that they became friends since.
What was the point of this?
Okay.
I ship it.
Man, they're not doing anything like...
I don't understand either.
I get it. Thanks, I guess. That was wholesome.
Oh, Christine says that Twilight Princess on the GameCube was her favorite game. I liked the Wii port. I just for the virtue of it feeling more natural because I'm right-handed, and yeah, it was a nice way to do inversions of game environments.
Don't you know you're left-handed?
What?
Wait, were you right-handed or left-handed?
Me in real life or in the game?
I don't know which.
Because in real life I'm right-handed, but in the GameCube version, Link was left-handed.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I don't know. That seems
But
like
Twilight Princess was my absolute favorite Legend of Zelda game until Breath of the Wild came along.
Odd choice.
They wanted to give
Now I have a new
lefties a
love.
one.
Breath of the Wild, more like Breath of the Mild. I agree. Emperor Bowser says, "Sweetie, great job on the Team Fortress 2 analysis series."
Oh, thanks.
Did something new happen?
Yeah, the first part of Red versus Blue came out.
Ooh, I gotta see that one. I like fighting.
There's a lot of it. There's a lot of it coming up. Or so I imagined. I didn't, I had very little to do with the whole fighting part. I saw it in the script and I assumed it was edited by the editor.
Oh. Still fun stuff.
Yes.
Clayton says, sweetie, they're 11 years old. They're children.
Who's 11?
Apparently the people
the
in his
people in the
story. I mean,
Puppy love?
yeah. Doesn't just because I ship it doesn't mean it has to. I said I shipped it, not I slash ship it. There's a difference. That comes later.
And also, that was your own fault for not including the details.
Heather, Juanita has to go. She says bye and love you.
Bye, Juantron. Love you. Let's see. Yeah, we did that 3 times. double crochet and last double crochet. We're not that far though. We have all this area. That's not the beginning.
Brony, got anything interesting going on in the chat?
Let me take a look here. Sweetie, did you see the Dark Crystal Netflix series? Buckin wants to know.
I didn't.
I feel like we were just talking
We
about
were
that.
just talking about that. Yeah, no, I didn't get around to seeing it. I kept on telling myself to. I was like, I really need to see it so I can criticize how it is. Honestly, I'm not as big of a Dark Crystal fan as other people, but still. I felt like I should see it, but I didn't. I failed.
Mm-hmm.
I have no strong feelings.
Emerald says, Link is left-handed except for the Wii version of Twilight Princess, where he and the rest of the game is flipped horizontally to make the motion controls match the standard Wiimote placement. Didn't I say that though?
Do you think that has? I don't know. I just feel like that's an odd choice. Most characters are right-handed, and are even changed to be right-handed sometimes.
Like, or they're ambidextrous or something.
Or they're ambidextrous, or yeah. There are very few characters I can name off the top of my head that are left-handed, or are shown to be left-handed. Ironically, the first one that comes to mind is King Theoden in Lord of the Rings, and that solely was because the actor was left-handed, and he refused to do anything like act as a right-handed person. He's like, no, I'm left-handed.
He's just like, is it a? He probably was just like, is it a big deal?
Yeah, well, like I think Peter Jackson at first was like, oh yeah, we'll put your scabbard, on your left hip. He's like, no, I'm right-handed, or I'm left-handed. You put it on my right hip. That's how it works. So, throughout the whole film, you can see that his scabbard is always on his right hip. Now, sometimes he does. There was one shot where he used his right hand, but that solely had to do with because of the shot. Like a left-handed actor would have been asked to hold it in his left hand equally. He's like riding down with his sword, hitting all the spears. He couldn't have done that with his left hand. He would have been blocking his own face.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor Bowser thinks Sweetie and Silver should make a shipping alliance.
Oh, we have.
It's top secret. What is Silver Quill's #1 ship?
Anything that makes Lightning Bliss scream in anger.
Oh, that's the best kind.
Mm-hmm.
That's so typical of him.
Yep. Because that's the thing. I'm a just plain old shipper. He's a troll shipper. His favorite ships are the ones that make people angry.
You should get into
That's something
mine.
I would do.
It is absolutely something you would do.
You don't do it though.
Yeah, you don't. So Silver's got.
You're like, I like
What does
cupcakey
Brawny
carrot cake. That's
Suddenly strikes me that Silver is a combination of myself and Brawny, and I don't like this idea.
It's like that was
It's
your
like-
baby.
it's like
He
a
got his
spectrum,
bald in your
you know?
ship.
It's like
that. I'm a terrible
on a
person.
scale of
I'm a terrible
on a
person.
scale of Sweetie to Brawny, how Silver Quill are you?
I love that. I'm gonna use that.
Sweetie, question for you.
Go
Bucket
for it.
wants to know who that blue plushie in front of the Luna plushie is.
That's Trixie.
Trixie, yes. I can see how they can't tell it's Trixie from afar.
It's because it's the streamer hair of those plushies,
But you can tell the cutie mark. It's clearly Trixie.
Yeah, all the plushies. Well, these aren't even all my plushies. I had an Owie Zoda plushie. My mom needs to bring me more of my plushies.
Dear Lord. I said that, but I used to have a large plushie collection that my sister made me throw them away or sell them.
Oh yeah, freaking when I move over with Brownie, that I'm gonna keep this bed, and the bed, like he's gonna have his own bed, but this bed is gonna be for plushies only.
Love it.
Maybe Knife if she feels like
Maybe
sleeping with
Knife, yeah. You have to make it stinky though. She likes stinky things.
Well, they have my scent on them.
There you go. You have to keep it up though.
Yeah, gonna have to like jump onto the bed of plushies every week, roll around in it.
So Heather, I got a couple of questions for you. First of all, have you done your stretches?
No.
Let's
That's
take
my
care of
secret.
that.
Oh, do you think my nails are Easter
Secondly,
colored?
it looks like you're wearing a new shirt.
I mean, I guess.
I know blue should be in there, but I didn't have a nice shade of blue.
Honestly, I don't consider green or orange to be Easter colors. I consider it more of like a
She's not
I think
paying
you
purple,
How does it
yellow kind of thing.
You know what I'm
Pretty
thinking about?
typical.
I'm thinking about like a basket, a commercial basket you would get for it, and I'm like seeing how like I would have like the things that look like carrots but aren't.
Oh, they
And,
do
like-
look your
and, like, the
fingers
fake
do look
grass.
like carrots. I gotcha.
You don't want to know
You
the
see-
And
Tumblr
fake
game
grass
is,
they
by
would
the
put
way.
in those things.
I know the
That's
Tumblr
fair.
game. So, yeah, sweetie, I said the same thing. I didn't think orange was an Easter color either.
But she makes a good point. They have like carrots on things for bunnies. So
And fake grass and all those little basket
yeah, the green
things.
makes more sense to me. It's not one of the first colors I think of when I think of Easter, but at least I was like, yeah, green's in there. Like
That's
orange
such a
is
stretch,
probably-
though.
She stretched.
If you're thinking commercial Easter, I think I make sense. Stop questioning my methods.
Well, I think
So I
we're
gotta
both
say-
thinking commercial Easter because religious Easter, the only color acceptable is white. Everything's white.
I do have white though. Should have done white.
So, Ronnie, my stepdad, he made something he calls Captain Crunch chicken, and basically it's chicken, but like it's breaded and crushed up Captain Crunch cereal. It smells interesting. Should I heat one up and give it a try?
I would because you know what
Yes.
I've also heard of Captain Crunch casserole. Like I've heard of people
I
doing
used
things
to
like that.
Be a big fan of Captain Crunch. when I
It's
was
an
a
alright
kid.
cereal.
I loved Captain Crunch. I mean, this was back in the day before Reese's Puffs, so it was the closest thing I could get.
You didn't like Lucky Charms? Was Lucky Charms a thing?
I liked Lucky Charms okay. I'm saying in the sense of having a cereal that tastes like peanut butter. All you had is Captain Crunch.
Sweetie,
Oh.
what about honeycombs?
I wasn't big on honeycombs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I should preface this that my family very rarely bought sugary cereals at all. So this was usually the cereal, as I remember, the things that like other people's families had. Like I'd stay over at a friend's house and go, "Oh my God, you have this!" Or it was a very special occasion, like it was my birthday and I got to pick out one sugary cereal for the week, type of thing.
That's an interesting treat.
Yes. Usually I was raised on Crispix.
What the heck's that?
It's like a ye olde, I don't know if they still sell it anymore. It's a healthy, not soggy in milk type of cereal.
I know what you're talking about.
You poor dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that stuff's good. I like
It's
it.
alright, it's fine.
What are you? I think I've
What
seen
do
it.
you mean,
Yeah.
what am I?
What are you?
I mean, it's
You know what that kind of
fine.
cereal is? It's something the WIC would give us. Like I always got WIC for the longest time I got WIC because someone was always having a baby. My older sister was having babies, and so she got stuff from WIC. And then Natasha was my younger sister because it was my older sister. Then my younger sister started having babies, and we started getting cereal from WIC. And every time you get cereal from WIC, the free stuff is always the healthy stuff.
Mhm.
Like they're making you get Kix and the Cheerios that isn't Honey Nut.
I wouldn't even consider Kix particularly healthy.
Well, the point is, it's the crappy cereals.
It's the crappy cereal. Don't
It's
get me
the-
wrong,
it's-
Kix isn't good.
It's the cardboard cereals. You can't get Lucky Charms with that shit. Yeah, I hated it. I hated it so much. Don't try and make
All
me go
cereals
healthy.
are so
Mhm.
much simple carbs and sugar. None of them are really good for you.
Some of them are better for you than others.
I don't care if it's good for me. I want it
At
good
least-
in my mouth.
At least Raisin Bran is high in fiber.
Yeah, there are those that are high in fiber and things like that. That's usually where they excel, is the fiber.
Not Lucky Charms though. Lucky Charms.
No,
are
Lucky
purely
Charms
green.
can never be healthy. The fact that it tries to advertise itself as healthy is like, you're full of crap.
Oh,
You know, it's like, oh yeah, all the multi-grains. And like, what, in the like one little thing you've gotten there, whereas most of it is all sugar?
that's
Yeah,
what I
where you
want.
paid off. I'm certain you paid off the FDA.
Right?
You know, I just freaking want a cereal to be totally honest. Like this shit will hit you like a brick, but
I-
it tastes really damn good.
I like the ones that are honest like that too, that are like, no, this is complete and utter sugary garbage. And you know you love it. It's like, oh, goddamn.
You want to eat some Twinkie cereal?
Right?
What's
Ronnie,
up, Brandon?
I don't trust Clayton, so I'm gonna ask you to ask Sweetie to sing that.
I can read it. Ask Sweetie to sing Be Prepared.
The whole thing?
I guess. He said, and Clayton swears he knows. He goes, trust me, she'll totally sing it.
Probably would.
Alright,
Yes.
He's
so,
playing you like a
so
card.
Heather,
What?
Heather,
Yes.
first of all, did you do your stretches?
Yes, you asked me like 3 minutes ago.
Yes,
I
she
know,
did
and
the
I
stretches.
didn't hear your answer.
Yes.
Because I
She
started
stopped
asking
and
you
did
the
them.
second. I started asking you the second question, and you blew me off.
You were a boy.
What?
So Heather,
He is
it
a
looks
boy.
like
It's true.
it
You,
looks
you
like
can't
you're
deny it,
wearing-
Ron.
He's a child.
oh my god.
What?
Never mind. I don't want to ask the freaking question.
No, go ahead, Bronny.
Ask me so I can ask her. She listens to me.
Oh, that's mean.
That's terrible. Sorry, we get off on a tangent of conversation. Shit.
What's the question, Bronny?
Just say it.
Heather, it looks like a new shirt you're wearing.
Yeah, it's. I was telling Ronnie about this today. I didn't realize it because I never finished Halo 5. Because I was a big Halo fan back in the day. Now I'm kind of like casually a fan of it. I played Halo 5 though a while back and stopped and never got back to it. But because I get early out of work now, yesterday I finished up the campaign. I didn't realize I was already on the last mission. I was just like, oh, okay, I finished Halo 5, and this shirt, I believe I got at a Hot Topic. It was on clearance for like a couple bucks, so I got it because I'm like, I got Halo 5. As soon as I finish it, I'll wear it, and I've kept it. And I'm like, I'm not putting this on until I finish Halo 5 because it's, as you see, it's Agent Locke. It's like the hunter
I
and the
was
hunted.
just about to say it looks Halo themed.
Yeah, it is. So that's why I'm actually wearing this shirt. This shirt has not been worn for, I think, a couple of years because I got Halo 5 a while back and I never finished it. But it turns out I was on the last mission, so I wasn't that far off. After that, I played a whole bunch of matchmaking. Sweetie was there for it. She was running in front of the TV.
I felt bad, but like I think I went out shopping for groceries and I come back and Heather's on the TV and I'm like, shoot, and so I run in front of the television to deliver the groceries. And then, but I still had more groceries in my car, so I had to run in front of the television to go to my car, and then I had to run in front of the television to deliver last minute.
It was fine. I wasn't dying because of you.
I
I
felt bad, but-
was dying because I was
Heather.
rescued, but I was still pretty good. Yeah.
Heather,
What?
do you use the Halo wallet I sent you?
I do. I have it in my car.
Oh, nice.
I have the Halo wallet too, actually.
He has a UNSC wallet. I
That
like
poster
Halo.
I sent you, Brian. Do you have that hung up?
No, I don't have it hung up. I need to get a frame for it.
Because it's an ultra nice one.
A frame hasn't yet been in the budget.
Also, where are you going to buy a frame now?
I know, right?
Walmart?
Probably just go
I
down
guess.
to Walmart, really.
Oh, but Gordon just reminded me of something. Heather, first off, he wants you to cover the Halo theme on Kazoo, but you're supposed to cover my request too. I put it in the music channel.
Ah, shit. Okay, we're going
It
to have
was
to,
the,
like, make a master file of all the songs I got to cover in Kazoo. Do you want me to, like, make a video out of it, or do you want me to, like, freaking just cover it on stream?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you heard
Maybe
the
if
song.
you make up your mind.
Did you listen to the song I sent to you?
Actually,
Do you know how it goes?
I have not yet. But I do know the Halo theme.
You should do that.
Man, her microphone really hates that kazoo.
Yes, it does.
Instrument.
It was, I bet it was
It
hard.
sounded beautiful to me. I know nothing of Halo.
You know
But
what?
it sounded perfect.
I've never played an instrument before, but I've decided I'm not going to get a piano. Instead, I'm going to get an automaton and master that.
Automaton, and you are not.
Bronny,
I will.
freaking Brandon.
No.
No,
Okay,
no, you've done it now. You've done it now.
I don't hate-
Know that your
I don't hate
powers of
too many
retention.
instruments.
Oh,
Wet
what's-
The
that's
melodic
as a warthog
and kazoo,
backside.
and-
Oh, yeah, I'll do backup.
Thick as you are. Pay attention. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expressions. The lights are not all on upstairs, but we're talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. Lovely.
It is. I'm a great backup.
You know, just like how ukuleles have this amazing ability to sound out of tune even when they're tuned, kazoos have this amazing ability to make it sound like you stumbled into a 5-year-old's birthday party.
Exactly.
It's,
You
that's
know what? I'll
makes
do
it
you
so
one
wonderful.
better, Brandon. I will master the vuvuzela.
What the fuck's that?
You know what
Swear
those
jar.
are. You know what it is, trust me.
Shit. I put a penny in there today. I'm
Double
good.
swear jar.
I put a penny in there today, so I'm good.
Okay.
However much that's worth.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that's
To answer your
worth the
question.
F word and an S word back to
Both?
back.
Someone
Third.
put no, that was only halfway. Look, someone go put money in my swear jar. It's in the description. Do something.
To answer your question, Buckin, both Heather and I have ocarinas, so we don't want them. We already own them.
Oh yeah, I have a 4-hold ocarina.
I feel like I bought an
Heather,
ocarina once upon a
you've
time, but I
never
don't know where
seen
the hell
those
it is.
giant
They're really cool.
plastic horns that they take to soccer games in Europe?
Mm-hmm.
That's a vuvuzela.
Chain one and turn.
And then you just blow into it, and it's super loud.
It is incredibly loud. You don't want one of those in your ear.
I will not do
They're
that.
basically the loudest kazoo ever built.
It's kind of like an oversized.
Oh, we're just doing single crochets all the way around.
Oh, nice.
Those are super easy.
Even I can do it.
Yay!
Emperor Bowser
You
wants
can
to know
make a
who
whole bunch of
has
just
the new
single
Animal
crochets.
Crossings game.
That's how I got away with it.
I have a nice hop.
Yes, you do.
Anyways, what were you saying?
Nobody has the new Animal Crossing game.
I don't.
I don't have a Switch.
I have a Switch, but I was thinking of getting it because everyone was talking about it. But I think that's the only reason I wanted it, because I have Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on my phone, and I play that almost every day. But even that, I think, requires too much, because Animal Crossing is the kind of game you have to play it every day. Otherwise, things don't get maintained, and also it uses like real time. Like it's like if you need to build something, okay, it'll be done in 20 hours or in 12 hours, and people like mess with the settings on their Nintendo Switch to like time travel and make things go by faster. And I'm like, I don't want to go to all that trouble to play a game. I don't think I want it.
I'm going to try the Captain Crunch chicken.
Tell me if it's.
So, Christina's in the chat and says she's been asking Sweetie a question, but I honestly haven't seen it. So go ahead and ask it again.
How dare
I've
you,
seen the
Brownie?
question.
How?
Oh, what's her question?
I gotta scroll up a little bit to find it,
Oh.
but I have seen it. And oh no, oh here it is. Sweetie, I thought Vector became a ferret. When did he become a voice in your head?
Oh, he was a voice in my head before he was a ferret. He was a voice in my head, starting with the script Lady of the Lander. It was found out that my sword basically has a spirit that talks to me in my head. When I go into my super form, the voice in my head turns into a ferret.
That's
So this is
adorable.
on Pacto.
Basically, although I mention it, like that was part of the script. It's like, so you're a Zanpakuto? Am I a Shinigami? He's like, no bleach. I'm like, oh.
Unless it's for your eyes.
You know,
After
Analysis
watching
Anarchy
Bleach.
is getting a lot of layers.
Yeah.
I don't think I can just jump in and know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna have to watch it with you and be like, okay, what's that about?
I mean, you can't really jump in and know what's going on, and yet you can. Like, if you don't give a crap what's going on.
Yeah, I just want to
like, if you're like, I don't know why that's happening, but cool, and just roll with it, you could probably enjoy it just picking up. But if you need to know exactly why everything's happening, how it's happening, yeah, you should probably start from scratch.
Oh god, I can't.
Yeah,
There's
it's been
too
a while.
much now.
It's been what, 5 years? Yeah.
Shit, it hasn't been that long since I watched something. Though I can't remember the last thing I remember.
Yeah.
I remember Blue Team coming in, and around all the introductions for that, you know where I left off? I left off just before the deer guy got introduced. What the hell was his name again?
Daga. That wasn't too long ago, actually.
Okay.
Because he was introduced in, like, 2018 because of reasons.
Yeah, there was a few different...
So that was only a couple years ago. You're not that far behind.
Who else is on the team now? Blue Team, I know Lightning Bliss is there.
Bliss is on the blue team.
Keyframe's there.
Keyframe's on the blue team.
No, she's on red team. Who else is on blue team?
Will is on the blue team.
Finn's on the blue team.
Finn is on the blue team. I'm on the blue team.
Hey, who's gonna be Red Spy?
Red Spy is currently British Ninja.
Ah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember.
I'd look at Will anyway. Who else is over there?
Tyne
Maddie is on the blue team.
She is?
Yes, she's the blue soldier.
Who's the red soldier?
Jasper.
Oh, okay, because I was off for a sec. Because I thought, are you
Or
sure
is it
she's
the other
not
way
in
around?
it?
It might be the
I
other
was
way
like-
around. This is how little I know of the show I'm actually in. I think it might be the other way around. I think Joey is blue team.
Yeah, because
You're right,
Joey's
Joey's blue
after
team.
her, because she was red team. I knew she was red team.
Yeah, she's red team. You right.
Oh gosh, man, yeah. There's too much going on in your guys' show now.
Even I can't keep up.
My God,
Yeah,
these
Part of that has to
Christine
do with the
says-
fact that I don't watch it.
Oh God.
Christine says, I'm
No, that's
very
kinda
happy that Vector is finally getting a more active role in TF2. He worked so hard for the franchise, and I don't think people realize just how much work he's put into the series.
He did, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, he was the foundation of the whole damn thing. And, like, yeah, and the thing is, we've had it in the works for a while. It's been in the works for a while. That he was actually, originally, he was going to be the Gray Man, or the whatever the heck the character is, the main baddie. He was actually going to be that character. Now, somewhere that lost tracking, I think. I don't know if maybe they'll pick that up again, and I just gave you guys a big spoiler. I don't know. But that was originally going to be where that was going. But, yeah, and that was in the works, like, for a really long time. It just took a while for the momentum to get going and for him to actually weave directly into the story. And the only way he could do that was in my head. But yeah, he's done a lot for the series. Like, not as much recently, because he's, like, off in the Navy or some crap, but definitely when it first started, he was the backbone of making it work.
What were you saying, Brandon?
So it smelled interesting.
Oh, it's the chicken.
But tasting it, it's kind of just it kind of just defaults to a chicken nugget. Not a chicken nugget. What am I talking about? Chicken cutlet. With a slightly weird aftertaste.
So is it done?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Doesn't look like the picture.
Yeah.
Standard sleeve.
I was like,
We're good. We got to make the sleeves. Join.
oh, God, makes
Join yarn with slip stitch. I'm reading the instructions first. What do you mean chest side? Oh no, I know what you mean.
as opposed to backside.
I get.
Ronnie,
I
what
get
is
it
the
now.
chat looking like?
Say what?
What is the chat looking like?
They're talking about the TF2 stuff. Clayton says he wants to hear the theme he requested, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
You're gonna have to donate to Heather's Patreon to get a kazoo cover of your choice.
Oh, actually, yeah, that is one of my tiers. I did the Halo one because I liked it. I know, I'm terrible.
I want you to cover the song I put.
Where's
in
the
music
end of
channel.
it?
I'll repost it.
There it is.
What happened to that yarn I was using, the red one? Oh, it's buried in there. Where'd it go? Oh, wait, it's over there. They still gave me plenty of yarn.
Yeah. They want you to start your own business, I guess.
I am a business.
Yes.
And they, the standard option sleeves seem like they're gonna be really easy. So like after I'm done with the sleeves, all I have to do is like sew in all these ends, and it'll be done.
Nice.
I'll probably do like because if I'm remembering correctly, standard I'm thinking is this,
Mm-hmm.
but I think here they did the long sleeve option.
Oh.
Because there's the two options we said at the beginning. There's for the neck options, there's standard neck and turtleneck, and standard sleeve, and long sleeve, which is what we're
Are you
seeing
doing
here.
standard neck?
Yeah, this is standard neck.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, I remember the last time we tried to put a turtleneck on her, she was not happy.
Oh yeah, we're not doing turtleneck.
Okay.
I mean, I was considering it, but I'm like, nah. I don't think animals like that. I mean, as it is, I don't think I can handle it.
I can occasionally, not constantly.
Yeah, not constantly. Well, yeah, because I was thinking of getting a white turtleneck for Christmas, for one of my Christmas outfits.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, to go with my vest.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like turtlenecks are like a holidays thing, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, that type of season.
Right, they wanted me to slip stitch into here. Yes.
You guys are just staring at me now for no reason. They're doing that like backward stare where like their heads are almost exactly to the back of their body, but they can't make it.
No, jeez.
What are you looking at, Lily? What are you looking at?
You're gonna have to fight them. Yep. This is as simple as it looks.
So Brony, I know you have a bunch of cats, and I know you love them to death. Can you tell people what it's like to have cats?
Oh, they're annoying as heck. Most
You
of the
know you
time.
love them.
You love my kitty,
And
my little baby.
how's your oh, sorry. How's your cat Bonnie?
I don't have a cat.
What are you talking about? Oh.
My
See, he does
parents.
this all the time, guys. He has a cat named Bonnie and another one named
Clyde.
named Knife.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he
I
just
mean,
never
eventually.
mentions them.
Alrighty then. Chat's kind of quiet right now.
We're kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
focusing.
Pristine wants to know how Sweetie became a part of TF2. So I guess that might be a good story time.
Yeah, I mean, non-canon universe, Dr. Wolf came to me and asked. And actually, at first, I wasn't all that keen on it. I was sort of like, I don't play the game, right? He was like, yeah, honestly, most of the cast don't play the game. I'm like, cool, okay. I mean, I guess, like, it was a favor to him at the end of the day.
That's something. You're just like, cool, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I sort of tried to talk him out of it, and I was sort of like, well, and he's, he was sort of like, I think it would be cool if you were there, and blah blah. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? And I sort of made, and yeah, my introduction in the series was sort of a parody of that, of sort of like a, ooh, I want to be part of the thing. You're doing the thing. I want to be part of the thing. Cool thing. And sort of like no real, qualifications, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Except that I can drink heavy.
Yeah, that's never been part of the series, but there's a point to that. Dr. Wolf probably wouldn't appreciate that kind of theme.
Aw.
The closest he has is, I mean, ANY is showcased as being a drunkard, but it's revealed in one of the episodes that it's all in his head, that he's not actually drinking alcohol. It's all non-alcoholic cider, but it's a placebo effect, and he gets drunk off it anyway.
Technicalities, alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's your thing coming, Heather?
Good, we're almost done with this sleeve. Then we'll move on
Nice.
to the next one. And then I think, it doesn't say it in the pattern, but there are edges around the other ones, and I don't think it would do me any harm to single crochet those.
Sure.
Because that's the end of the project.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes on to other things we can do. Oh yeah, standard body edging. Work with the beginning chain at the bottom edge of sweater, join yarn, slip stitch, chain one, single crochet in each stitch around, join with slip stitch, blah blah blah. I know how to do that stuff. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Wasn't that, like, I was a little stumped at some edges. I just had to read them over a few more times. And I was just like, oh, okay, I get it. Read them out loud. It helps. But with any luck, I'll be done with this before the stream's over. It's only 8:08.
Nice.
And we can have Knife model it for everyone.
And she's gonna hate us so much.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled about
She
that.
will hate us so much, and it'll be beautiful.
We'll give her a good ear scratch. She'll forgive it.
No, she'll forgive you.
I don't think she will, Heather.
She'll have to learn to. If she ever
Yeah,
wants a
that's
piece
not
of my
that's
fried
not
chicken.
That's not a
Heather,
good
why
mentality
are
to take
you-
with your cat.
Why are you such a monster?
I don't know, Brandon.
Because she's a mother.
I think it's just something life thrust upon me, I made the most of it. How do you create a monster? You give her yarn and crochet needles and a cat that she loves. This is how you create true
Professor
monsters.
Luce says I'm back.
Hello.
Buck5 wants to know our favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor.
I like cherry. What is it? Cherry Garcia.
That's actually not specifically Ben and Jerry's, but yeah.
Is it not?
Well, I mean, like Cherry Garcia, a lot of brands do that flavor.
Oh, well, cherry chip. I love that stuff.
Fair enough. Fish food. I love fish food.
I get Ben and Jerry's when I feel like spending an extra $3 on some crazy combination of flavors.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I've never had Ben and Jerry's.
Hmm.
I don't know.
What?
I usually just go to an ice cream shop if I want ice cream.
That's strange to me.
It's a foreign concept.
Almost oh, jeez, what's the word? I forgot the word. Almost invariably Carvel.
The Gorda says knife is going to be on the edge of her nerves,
Yep,
and I think it's a pun.
Kind of is.
sort of.
Yeah.
I think Lynn wants me to read a did you know fact.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Did you know that the female hyenas are the dominant ones?
Yes, I did know that.
I didn't.
I don't know where I got that information from, but I knew. Yeah, I think it goes. It's the top the matriarch chick hyena first in the food chain. Then it's her babies. Then it's the top chicks after that and their babies. And at the way, way bottom is just the lone males, the adult males of their pack are at the bottom and get to eat last.
Mm.
And you know the importance of eating first versus eating last?
Dominance?
Dominance, yes, but there's also nutrition involved.
Oh yeah, they get the best
parts.
stuff. Yeah.
You know what the best parts are?
What's the best part?
The organs.
Ew.
The actual, like, the stomach and such, because that's how they get their vegetable fiber, actually, is by eating the stomach. So they get the most nutrition by eating the intestinal lining, by eating the vegetables that the grass eaters are eating, by eating the grass eater stomach.
Interesting. Isn't nature an interesting place, kids?
So does that technically make hyenas vegetarians?
No.
No, they eat the flesh around
They're
it.
still carnivores.
It's like if I got some broccoli and wrapped it in bacon.
Yeah, it's basically like it's basically why you shouldn't give your dog nothing but meat. You know, that there should be at least some vegetable matter in there. Is because out in the wild there would be some vegetable matter they're eating from the intestinal lining of their prey. Some animals are far more strictly carnivores. In the wild they would be, for instance, and cats are a lot more strictly carnivores.
Mm.
They're far more strictly carnivores than dogs are. But there's still some vegetable matter in their food, just not a lot.
Did you know that cows have 3 different stomachs? Is that even true?
4.
Ooh.
And actually, technically, that's kind of a misnomer. They're not exactly like 4 different stomachs so much as 4 chambers of a very large digestive system.
Oh, I see.
Isn't it true that like the what they're eating will come back up and they have to chew it again?
Mm-hmm. They digest it, I think, if I'm recalling my anatomy correctly, they swallow it whole. It's digested in, I think, the first stomach, whose name I've forgotten. It comes back up as cud. They chew it again, and then it goes back and goes into the second chamber, and then it goes through the third and the fourth before it goes into the duodenum. I used to know all of the names of the chambers of the stomach. Now I don't. There's the rumen.
You're not necessarily dealing with cows every day. At least I don't think.
Well, no, not now. Back in the day, though, I'm ashamed because back in the day I would have known that. Obviously, the rumen is one of them. Duh. Then there's one. Gosh, I don't want to look it up. I feel bad. I don't know them.
A cow is such a useful animal to have back in the day.
Oh yes.
Or in like apocalyptic setting, be like, we have a cow, we have milk, we have butter, we have cheese. I hope you just don't. I hope you don't have just like the one cow.
Are any of us Rick and Morty fans?
No.
I like Rick and Morty.
Yes, she does. Abomasum. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay, so there's the rumen, the reticulum, the omasum, and the abomasum. Yay!
Sweetie knows I'm a Rick and Morty fan because I have Rick and Morty magnets on the
Yeah,
fridge.
that's how I know.
She has to see the plumbus every day, and she's just like,
like I was talking to somebody the other day. I think it may have been Silver. I'm like, I have the nerdiest kitchen, and I list my stuff, and then there's the stuff that Heather has, like the ponies, and there's some Rick and Morty shit on the refrigerator.
Does he goes like, is there a plumbus up there?
No, I don't think he knows Rick and Morty. But then I'm like, and then there's Overwatch crap. I'm sure you'd appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I found that Overwatch stuff at the freaking 99-cent store. I'm like, sweet.
Mhm.
I've been meaning to go back there and buy another set to have like a, because at my job there's also like a cabinet I have up here that has stuff, but it's metal, so I can put magnets on it.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just like, I should put some magnets.
Yes.
But I'm like, do I want to be that outwardly nerdy at work?
Yes,
What?
absolutely. I am known as like the top nerd at my job, closely followed by Dallas,
Oh.
and then closely followed by Richard. But Richard admits he's a gamer nerd. He's not the type of like nerd that I am.
Oh yeah, so different subspecies.
Yeah, like he knows more about gamer stuff than I do, but I know more about pretty much everything else.
He's not a true believer.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, now we just need edging on the neck and the bottom part. But I let people have a look. If they, you know what? I could also use this for a fingerless glove.
Yeah, I mean it's a big glove, but it does the job.
Big hands. Big hands.
Uh-huh.
Man, that does not look like it's gonna fit her.
It stretches out more than it looks like.
Yeah. Don't worry
Like-
about
It
it.
looks like it would actually.
Yeah, it I can see it can stretch out more. It
Now,
still
my-
will
my
probably
thing
be
is just
tight on her,
how-
and I think it will be hilarious for
How
about
are
3
you
seconds before she tries
How are
to
you
go.
gonna get knife in that? Is my thing.
Oh,
She talks a big talk, but we'll have to wrestle her into it, don't get me wrong. But we've dressed her up before. She didn't like it, but we did it.
She's like meow.
No, you should have seen the suffering and pain that she went through the first time we did put a sweater on her.
that sweater was not a good sweater.
It was not a good sweater for her. The reason why I think it wasn't a good sweater for her is that it was actually it was a dog sweater that also advertised, and this works with cats. Like it's like, oh, this is it's sized for maybe like a pug, but it can also work for cats. But it was sort of made to fit a dog, so she wasn't a fan. Whereas the Santa Claus thing, she's still not huge on that, but she'll tolerate it because it was made for cats. She'll tolerate it far more than she did the sweater. She was suffering.
I figured knife does that thing that like some cats do when they're being bathed and they just meow like really solemnly, but they don't like move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's very.
You know, I
figured
actually
that's
put the harness on her. I think you might have seen the video.
Oh yeah.
Of Santa Baby. She didn't like it, but it fit her good.
Mhm.
She was just like meow meow. I think she knew because if she meowed at me enough, I would take it off.
Basically.
She was like, I don't like it. She didn't meow at me for the butterfly wings though. She kind of just took that. She was just like, what?
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's not a sweater. I know that. What is it? But she was adorable in the butterfly wings.
Because she was a butter knife.
Huh. Surprised Bronny didn't make the comment.
Yeah, I beat you to that pun, Bronny.
I'm sorry, I wasn't fully here.
Stop taking naps.
Well, now that you're here, Bronny, why don't you do that little reminder again about us not getting to some comments?
Yeah. Okay, so let's be real about it now. Who's doing it?
Oh, no one's like doing it like pervasively. It's just Battleship was wondering if his posts were getting through, and they are, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so guys, if we don't read your post, it's because we skipped it. Make peace with that.
Yeah, it's probably something that's been asked before and we've answered it quite a few times, or we maybe even answered it during this stream, or it might be too personal, or it's something we already know we don't have information on. Because I think someone at one point was asking us about animes that we've answered before because they were animes we hadn't seen. So that's the filter for it.
What drives me nuts is when the same people ask the same question that we've asked in a previous stream that was answered by them.
You know what's funny? I mean, I guess it's just a trend. It happens in every stream I'm in. Like, I was moderating for Bronny for like I think his last Friday night fights, not this one, the one before that, and someone just kept saying the same thing about like a certain food that they thought was good because we were talking about food at some point, and they would kept doing it over and over again and spamming the same sentence, and I just had to tell them like, stop doing that. I'm not reading that because we already passed that topic and you keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I know people just want to interact with us. So sorry, but there's some things we just don't have much to say on, and why bother?
Now here's something that's kind of interesting. Haida from Agretsuko.
Oh, hi.
Can you picture him taking boxing lessons?
Why not?
Sure.
Sure, the guy's got to
Didn't he
keep it.
take boxing lessons because he knocked out that one dude at the end of season 2?
Did he do that? I don't remember.
I haven't gotten around to seeing season 2.
Don't spoil anything for season 2.
No, it's okay. I've already been spoiled, and I'm okay with being spoiled with it. I'm just confessing to my
I
lack
thought
of.
you watched season 2, Heather.
I did,
No,
but
I
she
haven't.
didn't.
Oh, okay.
I watched season 2. I want my girl to get something good.
I mean, I've heard
Yeah,
things.
that'd be nice.
I probably should too, because Anthony keeps on making references to it, and I'm like, cool. He has to basically he has to explain the whole scenario before he gets to the point of why it parallels to what we're talking about. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I should just watch the show and make it easier on him.
Didn't someone
Yep.
draw you as like a recolored Retsuko at some point?
Me?
They drew Euro C, but kind of like in that style.
Well, if they did, I wasn't tagged in it.
Really? I feel like you had it as a profile pic, or at least maybe it was something that really reminded me.
Maybe. I know that I keep on making a reference that I'm the oh, what's her name? Gosh, see, this is how long it's been since
I
watched
can't
season
remember her
one.
name either, but I know you're talking about the fox
Which-
that's always
which
on social
animal
media.
is it?
Yeah, the one who's always on social media. But yeah, I very much identified with her because she's like, she ships it, and she's constantly stalking people on social media, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's me.
Oh, Fenico.
Fenico,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what it is.
Because she's a fennec fox. That's right, Fenico.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh crap, that's me. Like basically, I was watching it like, oh yeah, I kind of identify with this character. Kind of identify with this character. No, they're not doing that because I saw on social media that they're doing that. Oh shit, that's me. I was like,
Can you do the laugh?
it's like, oh, I forget how it goes, like or something.
It was like,
It's a very dry,
Yes.
very taunting sort of laugh. Just monotone.
Yes.
No, not when I do it though. I sound like freaking Elmer Fudd.
I think it's Woody Woodpecker you're thinking of.
No, Woody Wood. Yeah, that's what Woody Woodpecker does.
He does. He goes. He does both.
Yep. Brandon, how's the chat doing?
Fine, mostly stuff about what I'm assuming a Gretsuko. Just mostly stuff about that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people are still on their ship wars.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm switching laundry, so if there's noise, that's why.
Well, Professor Luce wants to know how the Katas treated me. Okay, so the stream is missing a lot of context for that question. So kata is an exercise you do for karate. It's basically just a series of karate moves, mostly to sort of reinforce muscle memory for techniques, but it also has a really good application for aerobics and cardio. And what I do, or what I used to do all the time, was I used to put on a 100-pound suit and run through the whole thing. And everything I know across 2 different styles is like 30 of these routines. So and then I had all my injuries and fell out of it for years. So just this week, I once again put on the suit and did the full suit. Been working my way back up to it, and did as much as I could remember, which was 10. And yeah, it was difficult. But I got through the 10, and I gotta go and relearn the other 20, which as soon as I sit down and actually do it, shouldn't take too long. I could probably get them all back within a week if I really tried, especially now, given that I have all the time in the world.
I like watching you do katas.
Oh my.
Yeah, why's that, Heather?
It's pretty hot.
Yeah,
I mean, like watching your muscles move, and also seeing you do something that's combat driven. Gets my blood going. Places.
Alrighty then.
I'm shameless. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, may as well.
I am pretty good looking.
Ah, he said it. You should have
Yeah.
gotten an audio bite of that.
We will. It'll be on YouTube forever.
Awesome. Let's do it. We'll make a remix.
I need
I
to
am good looking.
have
I
a
am good
ponytail again, but other than that,
No!
I'm pretty good looking.
Another trucker.
You think I'm just gonna let you have it that easily, sweetie?
Yes.
It's okay.
You should have known the left hook was coming.
I would rather you be bald entirely, sir. And that's basically what's gonna happen. You ever grow out that ponytail, I will come to your house with a razor and I will shave it all off.
So, sweetie, what if I did the ponytail,
No.
but I also went full traditional Scottish? Like just the kilt, the shirts, everything.
No,
Right.
the ponytail ruins it. Ponytail
Really?
ruins it.
I did not think the ponytail
No.
could ruin your Scottish fixation.
It does. My Scottish fixation is not that much of a fixation that it ruins the whole, oh god, guys with long hair.
It's a fixation, not a fetish.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Alrighty then. Good to know.
That's an interesting question.
What's up?
There you go, just be.
Buck wants to know if Heather would want a taser.
A taser?
Keep Ronnie in line.
Sure, I guess. I mean, I already have a knife that I carry around all the time.
And one that stays at home.
Yeah. So.
I gotta get her a sword.
Sword.
I've got a
make her
keyblade.
sword. I know what kind
You
of
got a
sword
lightsaber
she
too?
wants
That too.
now, so I gotta get
I
around to
wouldn't
getting
actually
the
use the
tools
lightsaber in actual combat though.
and making the sword.
Keyblade could do some legit damage though.
Oh, get a keyblade.
Like, that's why I keep it by the door. There's a home invader, that keyblade to the skull, that person's dead.
Oh, shit.
You keep that thing too close to the door, Heather. If there's a home invader, if they didn't already come armed, then they got it right there.
Yeah, but they're not gonna think about it, are they?
Yeah, but then you gotta get to it.
Yeah, but when are you gonna... You're assuming that, you don't know the person's coming. But if you do... But if you're in a situation, if you got it further from the door, then you have to get to it. And then they're able to get you away from it better. Whereas they're always going to come through the door.
How I understand most home invasion situations, from what I've studied, sort of contradicts that.
Yeah,
I think it's better to have your tool within arm's reach at any given time.
Yes, but you're never going to be able to have that. You're never going to be able to have it at arm's reach at all times. You're always going to be in a different place.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I got caches around my house, so regardless of what room I'm in, if something happens, there's something within arm's reach.
So you're doing
If
the
I'm
Pinkie
out-
Pie thing.
If I'm out in public, odds are I'm carrying something, and even if I'm not, the rest of me qualifies, right? So it's a bunch of different things that you hone and you build contingencies for.
He's the type of guy that says, like, I do have 2 loaded guns here and here.
Don't get me wrong, if I had a whole arsenal of metal keyblades, yes, I would do that. I don't. Nor do I have the funds for such things. Nor do I give enough of a shit.
No, I'm not knocking you. I'm just not certain about the tactics is all.
If not every day's a war, Bronny, and I don't think anyone's going to be breaking into our place anytime soon. In fact, the people that would break into stuff are probably the people that live right next to us and could look at us and be like, they ain't got shit.
Probably. I mean, that's kind of the thing, like, okay, I'm not going to say there aren't, like, people doing shady stuff around us, but they're not doing, like, stealing from each other shady stuff, because we're all poor. We all sort of acknowledge we're all poor, so, they're not going to get much from us, and they know it. And so they're more, spending what little funds they have on drugs and getting busted for that shit. But they know we ain't got drugs either.
Shaggy ain't got no drugs.
Yeah, we ain't got no drugs. We
They're
ain't
like,
got no
"Nah,
money.
I can smell them. They're white chicks.
Yeah.
they're
Oh
making
crap! They're white chicks. No, they ain't got shit. They're white chicks that live in the ghettos and they ain't got crap.
Yeah, they're baking
They're
cookies.
white
in there.
trash. What do white trash have? Nothing.
What is a white trashy thing that I have? Other than
I feel like there was something that I was like, oh god, that's so white trash. I forget what it was.
I
I feel like it was
Boyfriend
less
who's
something
several
you
years older
had
than
as
you?
so much as something you did. Can't remember what it was.
I gotta remember too, because I'm like, I'm sure I'm white trash, but I just don't remember how. It's time.
Alright, I'll get the
Paul,
victim.
I was
you're
thinking that
asking
too.
about-
I was like, get the victim.
Wait, Heather, you're asking about a white trash
Alright,
litmus
yeah.
test?
Well, like, what's something I do that's white trash?
Well, not. Well, I have nothing I can think of at the moment. But my question is, have you had a hamburger helper recently? Is
No.
that pretty white trash?
Nah, I don't do
Okay.
boxed food. He says hamburger helper is white trash. I'm like, good thing I don't eat that.
Yeah, I don't eat that.
This might not work.
This may not work. We got this knife, it's okay. It's okay, baby.
Oh
I
no.
don't think I've ever had hamburger.
We love you, honey. I promise.
Oh god, no, here we go.
Oh.
Lizzie. Let's see. We got one point. Oh dear, yeah, I don't think this is gonna
It's
work.
not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, let's get a picture of the poor little victim. It's a nice little scarf.
I told you.
I'm seeing it right now. It's so awesome.
Let's see if we can put her ears through the sleeve holes.
It's a hat.
It's a hat.
It's a hat. Oh my
There
god.
we go.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got this. Yeah.
I don't think you got this.
She hates us so
Yeah,
much right
dude,
now.
make sure she's not asphyxiating in
She's not asphyxiating, no. It's not that tight around her neck. It would be if we put it around her chest, she might be.
I'm gonna make a little camera of it.
Oh,
I hear her
crying.
whimpering, Heather.
Poor baby.
It's just this. I'm
It's so
sorry.
sad.
I'm sorry.
You look so cute in your little hat, though.
I'm pretty sure this is starting to cross over into animal torture. Like, this is, Heather, she's not gonna look at the freaking camera.
Get it off. Get it
Okay,
off.
Like, I hate you guys so much right now.
I've had my laugh. I've laughed so hard. That's
I told
a
you it
sweater
was gonna
for
be too
a puppy
small.
or a kitten.
Yeah, this honestly, like, what cat would fit into this though? Like a very small.
I don't think Tiffany would fit in
one.
this.
Yeah.
You know, you want to take that to the shelter and put a kitten in it?
Maybe I could.
You
I
like-
absolutely
Go
could.
ahead,
All
like
right.
take it. It's
Applejack
yours.
right
All
now.
right, sounds like a plan. Well,
I think
apparently we'll
we
make one
could
for
put
a large.
it around my beer. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
we
a new
could.
cozy.
Honestly, I'm not even sure we could do that. Hold on.
It looks like a
It
Chinese
doesn't- my
finger
can-
trap,
The
for
can
God's
can go in,
sake.
but the cozy can't. It's too small to fit the cozy.
If you get a Sphinx cat, you can put it in.
Maybe. All right. If we ever get a Sphinx or a puppy, we probably could fit a puppy in here. All right.
That. You're welcome.
Thank you for tolerating us, Knife. That was very nice of you.
I
You
love
know,
you. I love you so much. I love you so
Yeah, she's
much.
good.
We'll see if we can make up the
Planning.
large cat one and see if that's any better.
Yeah, if
Or
anything,
maybe you'll just have to go from,
I can.
guesstimating,
Yeah,
measure
I
her
can
and
do
just-
that. I can do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you can do that. I couldn't do that sort of thing, but you're talented enough to do that.
I've made
Megan
clothes for
McGonagall
babies
says
and clothes
I'm
for
dying
adults. I can
wheezing, and
do this.
Vigorna says it's ironic that Knife has a spy mask.
Aha!
Don't do that when I'm
We
drinking.
just call that a ski mask. But I feel like Applejack right now, girls. It's like, you see, I kept saying this was gonna happen, but no one ever listens to
So
me.
guys, next pattern. We're gonna make
Yeah, with the last half hour of this stream.
well, we're probably gonna get a start on it. We're gonna do Rainbow Dash for Dusty Cat.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright.
see, introduction, abbreviation, chart. I know all this stuff. I'm a
Yeah.
genius.
But yeah, that's the funny thing is it starts off like your introduction to crocheting, and then it's like first you do the super complicated thing that and I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I hate that. Like, there's some patterns where I turn around and go like, you want me to do what?
Yeah, like they act as if like, oh, you're just introducing yourself to crocheting. Well, here's the most complicated thing you've ever seen in your life. Let's start there.
Just introducing yourself to crocheting. Like, you better know your shit.
Well, if you're new to
Do I have a
crocheting,
check in
everything looks complicated.
Oh, it's my pay stub. How
Oh.
much did I make? That was a lot of money.
Wow.
Actually,
Wow.
yeah, I think this was my
Wow.
recent check, and
You
I
see
was,
this, Ronnie? See what she's doing?
and I was like, yeah, well, that's more money than usual, but I was doing some overtime. Yeah, I've been staying late for work for some things that I shouldn't have been doing, but they gave it to me.
Sweet.
Things are getting easier though. All right, what page was Rainbow Dash? Rainbow Dash is page 36. I like that they color coded. Makes
Yeah,
it
right?
easier.
Oh, okay, baby. You want all the scritches? She's like, I deserve all the scritches you.
Look at how
Ronnie.
cute that shit is. Look at that.
Ronnie,
Look at that.
Pagorda
What?
says, what does that
Very
even
cute.
mean?
And that's an
Pagorda
interesting design
says,
for a wing.
now wear a cowboy hat and start having impure thoughts about apples.
Pagorda?
No
You,
pony.
what happened to you, Bigorna? You used to be cool.
What's cool to you?
Heather's
Well, I
getting
bet
your
you
attention.
are an
Oh,
authority
whatever.
in
I'm gonna
cool.
pet my skeleton. You can pet him.
The head of the stream would like to say something.
Also,
Yeah.
we're gonna start Rainbow Dash's pattern, but I feel like I should read you guys the introduction.
All right, let's hear it.
No pony in Ponyville can fly as fast as Rainbow Dash. This newly minted Wonderbolt is very competitive and she takes every opportunity to show off her soaring skills. As a Pegasus, she is also responsible for the weather and can clear clouds from the sky in 10 seconds flat. Her confidence and skill she killed someone. Sometimes makes her proud and brash, but she has proven herself a true and loyal friend time and time again. I need glue for this. Is there glue in there?
I don't think so. We may have to.
Where did Christmas bows come from?
Oh, I don't. That probably came from my room at some point.
Oh my gosh, they gave me
Fluff.
fluff.
Yeah, they give you fluff,
They've given me a hook.
a hook. They've got you the thread and the stuff for the cutie markers.
Yeah, because it's saying I need
Yeah,
the
there's
hook, and I need the yarn, and the felt, and embroidery floss, which I think is that.
Yeah, how you got the
We got the
embroidered
tapestry,
stuff.
you need scissors, large-headed pins,
I don't think they give you those.
stuffing, glue, optional plastic straw for neck support.
Yes.
Well, they're really going all out on this. Okay. But
What?
we'll have to be
Can
replacing
you,
this.
like,
Ergonomic.
tear my right hand off and like take everything from my wrist like
Okay.
out?
She's mad.
No, whatever it is.
She has a right to be
we'll
mad.
Figure
She
it
needs
out.
the space.
Yeah.
You know what? I remember what I wanted to do after the stream. I was gonna cook some bratwurst because I'm hungry.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I like
Professor
bratwurst. I'm wondering if I should
Luz,
cook myself one or two.
Is going, by the way.
All right, thanks for tuning in, Professor.
Wonder what he was professor in. All right. Alright. Guess you're going in there. And the crochet is supposed to be 2.75 millimeters or a C. Yep, and that's the kind you gave me. And also, we're gonna need a little rubber to put it in. Here's the rubber. Use protection, kids.
Use protection.
Always use protection. Alright, I think this is the right size. Yep, that seems quite solid.
Sweet.
How do you start a pattern, Heather?
I'll show you right now. Hold on. Make mane 6, head, ears, and body in turquoise as shown in pages 23 through 25. Okay, I need to go back in instructions to figure out how to make her dang body. What they have in this is what's independent.
Specifically Rainbow Dash.
Specifically for her, like the wings and her hair.
Yeah.
God, her hair!
Luckily, they give you all the
Christine-
colors.
It's gonna look pretty
Christine baked
if I do
squash
this right.
bread today.
This might be a bit much.
Does anybody know about squash bread?
Squash bread. Squash bread? What about squash bread?
Yeah, what of it?
A bread made of squash.
Like, I know of
Christine
zucchini
baked it
bread.
today. And
You
Megan
forgot.
had. What did I forget?
You forgot the part where Christine went.
No, I didn't forget. I left that out. And then Megan says I had a double patty burger for dinner, charred on the grill.
We're talking about meat. This is my favorite subject.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, see, I'm petting my guy, and he goes like, he's uncomfortable with it. I know, being a renowned genius, it's reasonable for someone to get caught up in my charisma and presence, but he thinks I'm in love with him.
I mean, is he wrong?
Well, of course I love him, but he's making it weird for me. Let me just pet him a
Maybe
little
because
more.
he doesn't reciprocate your feelings.
He's blushing!
You pet him long enough, he'll reciprocate. Is that the...
Heather, this is really weird because nobody else can see the skeleton on your computer now.
I guess I should be flattered!
Oh, see? Oh, she's breaking him, Brawny. She may have a new waifu.
Yeah, thanks, Gaster. I love you. What can I do that makes him say stuff about my feelings? Actually, I think I can tell him that I want to friend zone him.
You can kiss him. Oh.
You tell him you only like him, you do not love him. Are you feeling self-conscious because I didn't return your feelings? That's some rather inelegant backpedaling, don't you think? That's not it at all. Yeah, he doesn't believe me when I tell him.
So he knows you love him.
Oh God, he's on to me.
I'm not finally losing my mind.
Let
This
me
happened
kiss
a long
him.
time ago.
Fine.
It's just somehow now going.
That's some
into
kind of
negative
flesh
thoughts.
interaction, isn't it? I doubt I'd enjoy it very much.
Do it again.
No, I'm not gonna kiss him again.
Kiss him enough until he enjoys it. Damn it.
I'm gonna.
This is just so weird to watch without
I'm gonna
context.
sing for him.
Hey Heather, how's that a Rainbow Dash flood?
He might be listening to me.
Get any work started on that?
No, shut up. Sorry, I'm flirting with the skeleton on my computer. He appeals to me because he's so aloof and doesn't share my feelings.
Oh yeah, no,
Brawny, take notes.
The Brawny was doing that to you for years.
We'll do it again.
Pissed me
Trust
off.
me, I know you love skeletons. I played the Tumblr game with you.
That's not my fault. I told you that's just what the artist also draws. They make good art.
I've heard of having a boner before, but that's ridiculous.
Boo.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I can't make the book flat.
Dang it, Heather, I'm not just gonna make that joke and have you ignore me.
Does it fill you with desire like it would for me?
It fills me with anger.
I'll fill you with something.
I thought it was supposed to be the other way around.
No, I'm the man.
Oh, okay.
All right. 23 main 6 body techniques. You know, I need a little marker for this.
Battleship
business
is
cards
asking
do
if
it?
anyone's gone insane from quarantine yet, provided that we had any sanity to begin with.
What did they say?
If anyone has gone insane from quarantine, provided that anyone had any sanity to begin with.
What does sanity taste like?
Is it a cake?
I feel like I'm doing all right, but I think Heather gave me an amateur diagnosis for depression earlier today.
Yes. He has not been feeling good, but he didn't think he was sad, but I'm like, I don't know.
That
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me put it that way.
I was gonna say that's some pretty amateur misdiagnosis.
Look, yeah, it is amateur, but you know what? Let's not go into Brawny's psychosis on stream. Well, I was very serious intervention afterwards.
Yeah!
Are we going into my psychosis? Whatever it is?
No, I'm not ready to touch that.
Is it because of that dream of me missing the concert? And then crying because I couldn't get back up?
Dude, that is totally it.
Oh, I didn't tell you that.
He had a very
No, you
sad
didn't.
dream about being left out, and I'm like, oh, do you feel sad, like you're being left out?
I had a dream about being attacked by wolves last night.
Oh yeah.
I saw that one on your Twitter.
I gotta tell you the dream I had, but it's not inappropriate for the stream, but it's not that weird.
Okay.
Like, it was like, I was just like, what? I have a lot of
Walking past
messages.
the park today. I was taking a walk with my mom and everything, and we passed by the park, you know, and had slides and everything. And I remember that when I was a kid, I used to have this dream where I'd go down a slide, and then the end would just suddenly like be
I think that's her body
boarded
color,
off.
yeah?
And then
Yeah,
I'd try
that
to
is.
climb back up to get out. And that
God, I
end
hate it
would be
when they knot
boarded
it like
off.
this.
So I'd just
How do
essentially
I
be
do?
trapped in the slide.
I
And
think you twisted enough until
little
it comes
kid
loose.
dream me never
I know
really
I did that
considered
to the-
trying to kick the
purple one.
board in.
Yeah, there it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what I do now. If I
Because
still
when I
had
first
dreams,
started
I
Twilight
haven't
and I
had
first
that
started
dream
doing the
like
body, and I already got
so
confused.
weird.
And I'm like, well, let's
Heather,
start the
break
main.
out-
At least that's
break out
something
your
I
dream book.
understand.
Is there an end?
Or don't, that's fine too.
Sorry,
What?
I'm trying to figure out yarn. I'll put that here.
Igorna wants to know how much do we think a can of beans will be worth in the future wasteland of 2022?
We got a bit of canned beans here, so we better save them so we can become millionaires.
It's the toilet paper though. That's where the real money's at.
Oh man.
It's like the Book of Eli all over again.
Worked top down.
I'm pretty sure I don't remember toilet paper in the Book of Eli, but okay.
Okay.
Well, no,
We're going over biblical stuff.
the like alcohol wipes were a big commodity, right? Like you remember the beginning of the movie and Denzel Washington was trading with that guy and he had the alcohol wipes and they were like, oh yes, this is good.
True.
I got alcohol wipes.
I thought you said you used them all.
No, like the little kind you have in packets.
Oh.
Little thingamajiggers. But yes, I did use all those. You know, there was only one left, and I figured I'd just use it because you know, like that part of the wall right there in the bathroom where there's just like that extra thingy. I felt like there was a lot of dust on there, so
Fair enough.
So, anyways, guys, the way you would start at any crochet pattern, you should go like this. And what I get is I have two of my fingers, and like you see, I'll press it up against my fingers with my thumb like that, and wrap it around like twice. Then you see I'm gonna put my hook through the first one, and then I hook the second one, so it's like this. And then you kind of let it go like that. Hold on, I think I lost myself. But yeah, it's like this, and like that, and you go like that, and then you put a yarn over from where I was telling you, and you pull it into the loop you made, and then you have the yarn secured on your needle like that, and then I can just chain two from there, and we'll start this new pattern. There we go. I chained two, and they want me to single crochet 6 in the second chain from the hook.
You know what I would love?
What would you love?
What's up?
I would love if you subverted everybody's expectations, and instead of one stream being chaos and crocheting, it was chaos and practice.
Practice?
And you spent 2 hours messing around with your guitar and learning things.
I don't know if I want to do that.
She's
I feel
practicing.
like the
She's
process
practicing
of
crocheting.
watching somebody learn something is frustrating. Unless you're the one teaching them.
Even then.
That's what I love about it. It's so good, Brony.
No.
Alright, if you say so.
And then 6.
So we got a fight going on in the chat right now
What
about
are they?
Rainbow Dash supposedly not learning anything. Now Heather and I had this debate like earlier this week, like right after I had a stream about this debate of whether or not
I feel
Rainbow
like we
Dash
went
was
more
any
into
good.
Starlight.
Well, Starlight, yeah, but also we were talking about Starlight, but we also talked about Rainbow Dash.
We did. Basically, I don't like Starlight because I have to deal with her. And I suppose, like, man, it got deep with Starlight that I don't know if I could retread.
Yeah, that was a heck of a conversation. It was a good conversation though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, like, basically it went, like, my psychosis of, like, not liking Starlight went even deeper into, like, well, other than, like, dumb motivation, but she was, like, decent enough as a villain, I was fine with it, but I didn't like her being a part of the cast and even, like, redeeming her because I didn't trust her. And it goes kind of into my psychological relationships where I don't give people that many chances, and if they violate my trust that one time or they just do something that's way over the line, I'm not gonna be cool or down with it. But, like, I don't like her even more and more because I'm forced to deal with her. Because it'd be like if I had a group of friends and there was one person I didn't trust and was not rubbing with but I had to deal with them still. Because, like, if a person like that in real life came around, I would be distancing myself all the time so I wouldn't have to deal with them. Which, in a situation, I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to do.
No.
But in this situation, Starlight's being brought in because the main 6, I guess, are my metaphorical friends, and they keep bringing her around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, guys, I'm not comfortable with her. I don't like her. I don't trust her. She's done too much.
When you said, I thought you said psychosis for a second. I'm like, wait, is it on the same level as my hatred for the 2 songs?
No, I don't think it's anything like that. We're not talking about it.
Why do you hate the Tucson?
And no one found it
Answer
funny.
the question. Take the
So
bait.
Heather, how's that
Gotta bring it, darn it.
that Crocheting going?
Ronnie's rage makes me laugh.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Brony's rage fills me with elation.
You know, this pattern is actually starting a lot like the pattern I already use.
I feel like it is kind of similar.
How so?
Like, it's using the same, like, you start with a loop, but, like, mine would be 5, but this one starts with 6, and then you put 2 stitches into the stitches you've already made, and then you put 2 stitches, and then 1 single crochet in the next one, and then 2 stitches in the next, and then 1, and it keeps going, building off that, like, 2 stitches in one, and then you go on for so many single crochets until you put 2 in another. It's just so you make this bowl that gets bigger and bigger, and that shapes the head. And then when you get to a certain point where, like, okay, that's how as big as I want the head to be, you start doing just plain single crochet rows to make the length, and then you start doing decreasing stitches as you get closer to the neck. What I think that's going to be the difference is because the body and the head for these patterns seems to be one shape. Like, you don't, like, stitch on the head to the body. They are
No,
one
actually, I think
piece.
you do.
Do you? Well, this is the body, so the body, but it looks like the feet
Yeah.
of the body are a part of it. But then again,
Yeah, the whole feet
no
body
wait,
thing.
no wait, this is starting with the head. This is starting with the head. So I guess the head is separate?
Yeah, I
But
think
I
the
don't
head is
know.
separate. I think the head and because I'm pretty sure the head and the body come together, because that's why they say you can put a straw in it.
I'm guessing the fact that the reason it looks different is that they're going for a slightly different shape, and there is a slight difference in when you start, like the amount of stitches you're starting with. But I'm guessing the mid part where you're doing a whole bunch of rounds is going to be more than what I would have done, and like this seems like it's like I was doing more narrow of a head. So I guess a similar approach. Pretty sure they didn't copyright that one person that made that other one, unless they sold the rights. I don't know. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. No, you don't, but sorry.
I more or less do, sort of, kind of. But that's
I'm
because I
so-
read through the book and I went, what?
I think I meant that more towards the stream, like, you don't get what I'm saying, but it makes sense.
It
I
makes
swear.
sense,
I
No.
swear.
Yeah, I read through the book because I was trying to be like, what am I doing? So I read through it and like, okay, that didn't help.
Here, Heather.
Yeah, basically that's what it ended up doing. I was doing the mane, like Twilight's mane, because I was like the simplest thing, because it's basically a mini scarf. But even it being a mini scarf, I'm like, ah! It's like I'm never gonna make Rainbow Dash for Dusty,
Don't worry.
because I was gonna make Twilight as like practice, and then I'd be good, and then I'd make Rainbow Dash, and then she'd be better.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make Dusty Cat a good Rainbow Dash. Appreciate it.
I will pay for your services.
No, you don't gotta pay for it. You already got me this for free.
Well, that's true. I won't pay for the supplies.
You have
already
already
did
that.
that.
Good job.
That much is done. We'll take that off of the whole. What's it called? What are those things called? Invoice.
Yeah.
We'll take the supply charge off the invoice. I think I paid my dues on that one.
Absolutely. Hey, and you can tell me how much you likes it.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't want to put a deadline on you because obviously this is complicated, blah blah blah. But if it's done by Everfree, you'll be able to see him.
Absolutely. Everfree is like months away. I can finish this.
Okay.
Like,
Well, that's what I was like. I'll have it done by BabsCon, and that never happened.
BabsCon didn't happen.
BabsCon didn't happen. But even if BabsCon happened, it wouldn't have happened. It still was never gonna happen. I think part of me was even like, maybe. I think part of me even was like, because there's a pattern for Princess Luna in there. And I think when I got it, it was like late summer of last year or something. And I was like, maybe I can make a Princess Luna for Silver Quill's birthday, and there was no way that was ever gonna happen.
If you want, I could try doing that too.
Sure, but part of why that wasn't gonna happen is that we'd need to buy supplies for that, because they give you the supplies to make Rainbow Dash and Twilight.
Yeah.
For everybody else, you have to get your own.
Hopefully things will be open again. and I
Yeah,
can do
hopefully Michael's and Hobby Lobby and all that stuff will be open again, and we can actually buy stuff.
that. I think Hobby Lobby might still be open. They're defying the rules.
Yeah, probably. But I don't want to encourage them.
I'm not gonna do that either. Like, I didn't even realize it. Like, I was going into the store. I'm like, wow, most things are closed, but Hobby Lobby's still open. And then I'm reading articles about, like, they're not supposed to be
They're
open.
not supposed to be open.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shoot.
Like, first of all, they kind of shouldn't have been open. Like, because it was basically the government's going, like, no, you guys really should be closing. And Hobby Lobby's like, well, we're going to stay open anyway. And then at some point, the government really did, like, yeah, no, and, like, force them to close. And then they secretly opened anyway. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, bitch.
Like,
Take a hint.
You are persistent. I'll give you
But
that.
God told us, shut up.
Yeah, that's that kind of crap that the YMCA would pull while claiming to be a Christian organization. It's like, oh my God, I hate you all.
Mhm.
Heather,
Yes,
be
sir.
either.
Oh, last 5
5
minutes of the
minutes.
stream. Last 5 minutes of the stream. Last 5 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns? Please bring them up now or forever hold your silence until the next stream.
I have a request. Can you send me a picture of poor Knife and her poor little hat?
I absolutely can.
Heather, I have a request.
Yes, sir.
Can you cover that song I put in the music channel again?
Yes, I'll have to listen to the song.
Yes.
Boy, I got a lot of notifications. You know, it's funny. It rained today. I smelled it. I smelled it in the air.
Yeah, so did I.
It's like, that's that rain smell again.
Mhm.
I welcome it.
Alrighty then. Brandon, how's the chat
This is
looking?
the best picture.
Um,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
you know
these
it's
two are the
fine.
best.
Lagorna says he can relate to me and my hatred for the 2 songs because of Stairway to Heaven,
I'm gonna make a tweet
Which-
about the whole thing.
Yes,
which I
tweet it.
guess
That will suffice. You can tweet about it, and it will make me happy.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
I mean I don't like Led Zeppelin that much in the first place, so I mean I could get that.
Yeah, it's understandable, I guess.
Yay.
Igorna says we must draw ponies as really, really long. Yeah, they've been doing that with Starlight this week for some reason.
Where did that start?
No idea.
Tweeting. Load. Oh, I don't have it connected to the Wi-Fi. I should.
Gosh, I look like such a criminal in that second picture. I'm just like, nee, I'm torturing this cat. Isn't it
It's like,
hilarious?
this is a good time. Oh, my friend Juanita, who was in the stream earlier, agrees with you with the bacon.
Thank you.
I'm like, I don't know this woman
Let me see
anymore.
if there's something I could tweet at you.
Heather, pay attention to the stream.
We're
We got 2 minutes left. Stop clocking out. 2.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Heather,
What's
wait.
up?
Heather retweeted something. Which one goes bye-bye? And one must be eliminated. Either bacon, tacos, sushi, or donuts. And you chose sushi.
I don't like fish that much, and I like bacon, and I like tacos, and I like donuts. I don't care for sushi as much.
Sushi's the best.
It's nice. It's not bad. I'm not as fond of it as the other things.
Oh, you know what? You messed up. You messed up, Heather. You know what?
The last 2 minutes are gonna be a rant.
You messed up. I don't understand. Oh, I just saw your knife thing. I don't understand the hatred for seafood.
I
don't
don't-
get it.
I don't hate
It's a
sushi.
personal
It's
taste thing,
fine.
dude. Why is that so difficult
It's
to
all-
understand?
Hear my notifications.
Oh,
Yes.
it texts
Yes,
you
that's
me, that's-
slimy and stuff, and it's just like, you know what? You're slimy.
How dare you say that to me? That I'm slimy? Oh my god. You don't just tell someone that. Last minute of the stream, everybody. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, bring them up now or forever hold your silence. That's including Brandon.
Brandon should hold the silence now.
If you want to get even, you can call me Sloppy.
It's not the same. I'm putting
No,
this.
definitely not the same.
Not the same. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, you know what? Things happened this stream and I enjoyed them a lot. You know? Good times all around. I hope someone finds a good. Are you gonna
We'll
show that
find
to your
it.
coworkers?
Yes.
Like bring that to them.
And I'm gonna show them the picture too. I'm like, so this is why I have this. Find a
I feel like
kitty
we
for
went on a
it,
real
or a
adventure
puppy or
tonight.
something.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I hope
we
they
did.
love it.
Though I'm sure they will. But they'll especially love my picture of me with my cat. Like, what did you do to that poor animal?
She's just like, wow.
The picture's terrible because it's got me with this evil smile behind her as she's in her little sweater prison.
That sounds like the perfect
that
picture
pattern
to
was
me.
super simple. I probably could have come up with it myself
Probably.
if I had thought of it. But yeah, so I could try it again. You know what I'll actually do is when I'm crocheting the line, I'll wrap it around her body and make it bigger. So that's what'll work. That's how it works with
Yeah.
hats. And I'm trying to transfer the...
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Okay, guys, that's
Yeah.
the end of the stream. This was a good stream. Things happened. I know there were some gaps, some silences, but you know what? I was focused on my task, and I think, you can appreciate that. So
That's
let's
all that
say
really
good...
matters at the end of it.
Yes. So let's say goodnight in alphabetical order, but I go last because Bess goes last. So Brandon, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Ronnie?
Good night, everyone.
Sweet.
Night.
Good night, everybody. I'm Heather Blossom, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.